A voice whispered, "Pay attention, because heaven has been waiting for the precise moment you would slow down enough to hear God speak to you directly." You may think you simply came across this video by chance, but the truth is, you were led here. You were gently drawn, guided, pulled by a presence that has been walking with you long before you ever realized you weren't alone. You have been carrying so much quietly, trying to appear strong for everyone else while your own heart grew weary. You smiled through storms. You held yourself together when no one asked how you were doing. You fought battles behind closed doors that no one ever saw. You felt invisible, but God never looked away. He saw the nights you cried without making a sound. He saw the moments you forced yourself forward when your soul was begging for rest. He saw every wound you tried to hide, every fear you buried deep, every prayer you whispered, hoping heaven was listening. And heaven heard every single one. For years, you believed you were just surviving, just managing life, just doing what needed to be done. But the truth goes far deeper than that. You don't yet fully understand who you are. What you called resilience was actually divine reinforcement. What you thought was intuition was spiritual discernment at work. What you believed was your own strength was the hand of God carrying you through places where your feet could not stand alone. Chosen one, your spirit was active even when your body was exhausted. You were fighting unseen battles, standing in the gap without realizing it, protecting others without knowing why their pain felt like yours. You were spiritually awake long before your mind could grasp the magnitude of your calling. That is why you feel things before they happen. That is why people open up to you without understanding why. That is why the atmosphere shifts when you enter a room. Heaven has been speaking over you for years. And now, this is the moment when God stops whispering and begins revealing. You are not just watching a video. You are awakening, chosen one. Let me explain something that will finally bring clarity to years of exhaustion, confusion, and emotional weight you could never fully explain. Your body has been weary because your spirit has been working beyond measure. Even when you didn't understand what you were sensing, your spirit knew exactly what was happening around you. Long before you had words for it, your spirit was standing watch, praying, interceding, shielding, and discerning. That is why there are days when you feel completely drained, even though you didn't do much physically. That is why your energy shifts around certain people. That is why heaviness settles on you without an obvious reason. This isn't weakness. This is spiritual activity. There were nights when sleep escaped you, when you stared at the ceiling, sensing something in the atmosphere but couldn't explain it. That wasn't anxiety. That was your spirit detecting spiritual tension. There were moments when you felt an urgent need to pray without knowing why. That wasn't coincidence. It was your spirit responding to something heaven revealed before your mind could catch up. There were times you felt overwhelmed, yet the instant you cried out to God, peace rushed in like a wave. That wasn't a temporary calm. That was your spirit reconnecting to its source. The reason you have always felt different is because you are. While many live only through physical awareness, you have carried spiritual awareness since childhood. You could read a room. You sensed when someone wasn't sincere. You felt danger before it appeared. You noticed pain behind smiles. You are not imagining any of this. Your spirit has been trained, sharpened, and strengthened through every battle you survived. You carried weights others never noticed. You lifted spiritual burdens others didn't know existed. That is why your battles felt heavier, your struggles longer, your heartbreaks deeper. Yet you endured, not because your flesh was strong, but because your spirit refused to collapse. God placed a warrior within you, a watchman, an intercessor, a protector. You don't simply move through life. You guard it, discern it, and walk through it with depth most will never understand. Now heaven is bringing the truth into the open. Your spirit has been the one carrying you. On the days you couldn't hold yourself together, Your exhaustion was never evidence of failure. It was proof of spiritual strength. Chosen one, here is the truth that finally explains the heaviness you have carried for so long. Not every battle you fought belonged to you. Some of the weight you felt didn't originate in your own life. There were sudden waves of sadness that had no clear cause, moments when fear appeared without warning, even when everything around you seemed calm. You weren't losing your mind. Your spirit was stepping into battles before they manifested. You were sensing warfare that had nothing to do with your personal circumstances and everything to do with the people connected to you. Your spirit is sensitive because it was designed that way. You have always known things before they happened. You sensed intentions before words were spoken. You felt the shift in a room before anyone else noticed. That wasn't paranoia, that was discernment. Because of this gift, God positioned you as a shield in places where others were exposed. Your presence alone blocked attacks from reaching people who didn't even realize danger was near. You stood between your family and destruction passed down through generations. You prayed storms away from people who didn't believe in prayer. You protected hearts that never protected yours. The enemy targeted you because removing you would have left others uncovered. Your spirit absorbed pressure that would have crushed many. That is why the anxiety never matched your life. That is why the heaviness came without explanation. That is why you felt drained when nothing appeared wrong. You were interceding, intercepting, fighting battles heaven entrusted to you because God knew He could trust you. You carried unspoken pain. You felt grief before stories were told. You sensed betrayal before it happened. You picked up spiritual cries from miles away without understanding why your heart felt heavy at midnight. You were never imagining it. Your spirit was doing exactly what it was created to do. Stand in the gap and stay alert. The attacks against you were never about who you were on the surface. They were aimed at who you are in the spirit. Your prayers disrupt darkness. Your presence shifts atmospheres. Your spirit carries authority, and hell is threatened by that. That is why your life has often felt like a battlefield. You were never fighting only for yourself. You were standing for others, even when you didn't realize it. Chosen one, take a moment and let this settle. You survived experiences that should have shattered you. You walked through seasons that would have left many people broken beyond repair. You endured heartbreaks that could have sealed your heart shut forever. You faced betrayals that should have made you bitter. You stood in storms powerful enough to drown your faith. And yet here you are, not just surviving but awakening, growing, rising. You didn't merely get through the fire, you were transformed by it. What was meant to bury you became the ground where God planted strength. Think back to the seasons when breathing felt difficult, when the weight on your chest was overwhelming, when you wondered if joy would ever return. You didn't just live through those moments, you changed within them. Every tear strengthened you. Every disappointment carved wisdom into your spirit. Every betrayal revealed who you were becoming. The ones who hurt you unknowingly pushed you closer to God, even when you couldn't see it then. You were misunderstood, excluded, abandoned, judged, overlooked, and wounded by people you would have defended without hesitation, and still none of it destroyed you. Every act meant to harm you became a step toward strength. What the enemy intended to silence you refined your voice. The relationships that ended had to end. God didn't allow certain people to stay because they couldn't follow where He is leading you next. Some storms felt far too heavy at the time. You didn't feel strong or prepared. Some days you were simply trying to breathe. But heaven was fighting for you when you couldn't fight for yourself. You survived not because you are tough, but because you are chosen. Listen closely, because this part will reach places inside you that you have never been able to name. For a long time you believed the version of yourself shaped by hardship, disappointment, trauma, and survival was the real you. But that was never your true identity. That was who you became to protect your heart. The guarded you, the quiet you, the strong but exhausted you, the overthinking you, the isolated you. Those were not who you are. Those were survival versions. They were temporary forms your spirit stepped into so you could make it through seasons that were trying to destroy you. And now heaven is saying that season has ended. That version of you fulfilled its purpose. It kept you alive. It kept you moving. It kept you from breaking completely. But now it is time to release it and meet who you truly are. You are not the pain you endured. You are the purpose God placed within you. You are not the wounds others left behind. You are the healing God promised. You are not the rejection that marked your past. You are the acceptance of heaven that surrounds you now. For too long, you viewed yourself through the lens of what happened to you instead of through the eyes of the one who created you. Life gave you labels: broken, too much, not enough, forgotten, used, invisible. But heaven speaks a different language over you: chosen, anointed, protected, set apart, redeemed, strengthened, appointed. Others only saw the temporary version of you, the one walking with NDS, the one who stayed quiet to avoid conflict, the one who dimmed their light to keep others comfortable. They judged you by a chapter God was healing, not the story he was writing. They noticed your scars but missed your calling. They misunderstood your isolation, not realizing it was divine separation. God is lifting every false identity off of you. The anger wasn't you. The numbness wasn't you. The fear wasn't you. Those were responses to battles you had to survive. Now God is restoring the heart beneath the armor and revealing who you have always been. Chosen one, step fully into this moment, because what comes next is not just encouragement, it is revelation. You are entering a divine season where God is removing every layer that life forced onto your identity. For years you have looked at yourself through a clouded lens, uncertain, doubting, unaware of the greatness resting within you. But now heaven is clearing your vision. God is about to reveal the real you, the you that has always existed beneath the weight, beneath the pain, beneath the history, beneath the expectations placed on you by others. This next chapter is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you were before the world tried to reshape you, someone God designed before time ever began. The real you is stronger than every storm you faced. The real you carries wisdom you never studied for. The real you is spiritually sharp, discerning, and deeply connected to heaven. The real you is compassionate without being depleted, bold without being harsh, loving without losing boundaries, humble without being hidden. God is awakening the version of you that trauma tried to silence and disappointment tried to dim. He is calling forth the part of you that darkness hoped you would never discover. Because the moment you truly understand who you are, darkness loses its grip on you. That is why you have felt a shift lately. Why certain things no longer satisfy you. Why your tolerance for drama, negativity, and shallow connections has faded. Why your spirit has been craving peace, depth, truth, and stillness. That is the real you rising again. That is your soul returning to alignment. God is separating you from what drains your identity and aligning you with what activates your purpose. This is not loss, it is pruning. This is not isolation, it is preparation. This is not emptiness, it is repositioning. Heaven is making room for what comes next. And hear this clearly. God is about to uncover gifts within you that you didn't even realize were there. Clarity is unfolding. Spiritual authority is rising. Your discernment is sharpening. Your peace is becoming unshakable. Your sensitivity to the Holy Spirit is increasing. You are stepping into a flow where things begin to align without force. Doors will open that you never knocked on. Opportunities will find you that you didn't chase. People will be drawn to the light within you without being able to explain why. You will begin to see yourself the way heaven has always seen you. Chosen, capable, worthy, assigned, covered. The real you is emerging. And once this unveiling begins, you will no longer shrink to fit into spaces God never designed for you. You will no longer apologize for your depth. You will no longer dim your light to make others comfortable. You will rise naturally into the places God has prepared. For you, this is your season of spiritual revealing. Your divine identity is stepping forward, chosen one. And as these truths settle into your spirit, pause for a moment and recognize something sacred. This moment is intentional. This is not random. This is not background noise playing while you scroll. This is a divine appointment. Heaven has been preparing you for this unveiling. And now the Spirit of God is releasing a declaration over your life. Whether you lift your hands, close your eyes, or simply breathe these words in, receive this with your whole spirit. You have endured too much, prayed too deeply, and survived too many silent seasons for this moment to be meaningless. God is not only comforting you, He is declaring who you are. He is calling you forward. He is marking this moment as a turning point. What was hidden is coming into the light. What felt dormant is waking up. What felt delayed is being activated. Stay present, stay open. Heaven is speaking directly to you now. In the mighty name of Jesus, receive this declaration over your life. Every hidden strength within you is rising to the surface now. What once felt dormant is becoming active. What once felt confusing is becoming clear. Every spiritual gift placed inside you is awakening in full measure. Discernment is coming alive. Wisdom is increasing. Authority is being restored. Peace is settling deep within your spirit. Compassion is flowing without draining you. Boldness is rising without fear. The weight you have been carrying for years, the heaviness that rested on your shoulders without explanation, is breaking off you right now. You are stepping into a freedom that feels like breathing again. For the first time, freedom from old wounds, freedom from old fears, freedom from false identities and expectations that never belonged to you. Heaven is lifting what was never meant for you to carry this long. I declare that every generational burden you carried, knowingly or unknowingly, is being removed by the hand of God. Cycles that repeated in your family will stop with you. Patterns that stole from others will not steal from you. The attacks that were meant to break you will turn into testimonies that lift you higher. What tried to delay you will now propel you forward. I declare that blessings with your name on them will find you clearly and effortlessly. Open doors will recognize you. Divine connections will locate you. Breakthroughs will meet you at the right time. Answers to long-held prayers will unfold in ways you did not expect. You will not miss what God has ordained. You will not lose what God has sealed. This is alignment. This is restoration. This is heaven responding to every tear, every prayer, every silent battle you endured. Your life is shifting, and your spirit knows it. Stand still and receive what God is releasing over you now. Chosen one, this is the season where your identity aligns with your destiny. You will notice yourself walking differently, speaking differently, thinking differently. Not because you are forcing change, not because you are trying to become better, but because your spirit is awakening to who you have always been. Alignment changes everything. When your spirit recognizes itself, your life follows. You are not ordinary. You are not random. You are not overlooked. You are chosen, anointed, assigned, and covered by God Himself. The confusion that once surrounded you will no longer have power over you. The doubt that tried to silence you will lose its grip. The heaviness that followed you for years will no longer define your days. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into confidence. You are stepping into peace that does not depend on circumstances. Your presence will begin to carry weight without effort. Your words will land with authority even when you speak softly. Your discernment will protect you without making you guarded. You will sense when to move and when to wait. You will recognize divine timing instead of forcing outcomes. God is teaching you how to flow instead of fight. People will notice the change, even if they cannot explain it. Some will be drawn closer. Others may fall away. Do not fear either response. What is meant to align with your calling will remain. What cannot follow you into this next season will naturally separate. This is not rejection. This is refinement. You are no longer surviving. You are stepping into purpose. You are no longer carrying battles that were never yours. You are learning to release what God never asked you to hold. Your spirit is coming into rest, not because the work is finished, but because you are finally moving in step with heaven. Stay grounded, stay surrendered, stay attentive. God is not finished revealing what He placed inside you. This is only the beginning of what alignment will unlock. And now, chosen one, as you take in everything spoken over your spirit today, pause and recognize the sacredness of this moment. This is not random. This is not merely another video. This is not background noise to scroll past. This is a divine appointment. Heaven has been preparing you for this unveiling, and the Spirit of God is now releasing a prophetic declaration over your life. Whether you lift your hands, close your eyes, or simply allow these words to settle into your soul, receive them fully. You have walked through too much, endured too many silent seasons, prayed too hard, and survived too many battles for this moment to be meaningless. God is not merely comforting you, He is declaring your identity. He is awakening every hidden strength within you. What felt dormant will now become active. What felt unclear will become illuminated. Every spiritual gift that has been locked inside you, discernment, wisdom, authority, peace, compassion, boldness, is arising in full measure. The heaviness you have carried for years is breaking off right now. You are stepping into freedom, the kind that feels like breathing for the first time. Freedom from old wounds, old fears, old identities, old expectations. Every generational burden you carried, knowingly or unknowingly, is being lifted. Cycles that ran in your family will stop with you. Attacks meant to break you will turn into testimonies that elevate you. Every blessing with your name on it, every open door, every divine connection, every breakthrough, every answered prayer will find you effortlessly. You will not miss what God has ordained. You will not lose what God has sealed. This is your season of alignment. Your identity is stepping fully into your destiny. You are chosen, capable, worthy, and covered by God Himself. The real you is rising. Heaven is celebrating.